Hi, I'm Fed and I'm learning to make by watching tons of videos and pouring all that information through my eye holes and into my brain bucket. In today's video, I'll show you how I made this awesome secret stash out of a coffee can, 3D printed parts, and love. Hi, I'm Fed. Ouch. Since I was a kid, I've loved safes and hiding places. I had one of those Fort Knox safes, and I kept all of my cherished possessions in it, all my coolest stuff. The problem with a safe, though, is that it makes you a target. Just having a safe is like having a giant neon sign that invites people to come over and rip you off. And by people, I mean my brothers and sister. They're always trying to break into my safe and take my stuff. When will it end? It ended when I was 10? I don't even have a safe anymore? Okay. So better than a safe is a hiding place. And even better is a secret hiding place. Something like this. It looks like an ordinary can of gross antifungal spray, but it's actually a secret stash. I know, this is nothing new. You've seen these before. They look like cans of shaving cream, cleaning supplies, or antifungal cream, and they're fine. This one's not so fine anymore because they don't even make this kind of Desenex anymore, so it kind of stands out. But also, it's kind of small. It doesn't hold a lot, and I didn't design it. I wanted my secret hiding place to be larger and also to look at home in a kitchen instead of a bathroom, because I just find that more appealing for some reason. As usual, I started by Da Vinciing up some drawings. There are a few things I don't like about currently available stashes. First, I wanted a larger hiding space, so I started with a large container. Second, most of them have openings that are narrower than the inside space, and I don't like that. It makes it hard to pull things in and out.
No, sir, I don't like it.
So this guy's secret stash design has a lid that goes on the outside of the inner container.
Smart.
Third, they don't have compartments. You have to dump all your valuables into the same place. What are we, savages? No, sir. That's why this guy's design has 2 inner compartments and is clearly superior. Arrogant, moi. And finally, the commercial stashes don't have enough magnets. In fact, and this is going to shock you, fully 100% of them don't have any magnets at all. Please refer to my previous comment, RE Savages. This guy's design uses no fewer than 18 magnets. Oh yeah. Was it worth it? I don't know. But seriously though, I love magnets. Once I was done designing everything, I showed it to my wife and she pointed to these compartments and she said, "I thought you wanted to have a large hiding place. Aren't those going to take up a lot of interior space inside of the container?" And I said, what's that now? After 3D printing lots of tests and final parts, I set about building my secret stash. I used a sharp hobby knife to cut the bottom off the coffee can and cleaned out the inside with alcohol. Next, I used a gap-filling insulation foam to glue the inner container to the inside of the coffee can. The first one I did came out horrible. Okay, I admit it. But then I got the hang of it. Turns out a little bit of foam is all you need. See those holes on the side of the container? I added those to the design so that extra foam would have a place to go. I don't want to brag, but I'm a freaking genius. While the foam dried, I worked on the lids. I used a flat nose screwdriver to open up the channel on the sides of the lids to make sure that they would screw on fully and you couldn't see where the coffee can was cut. I glued all the 3D printed screw lids to the metal coffee can lids with one of my favorite new glues, E6000. It's great because it's strong, gap filling, and flexible, which you need for surfaces that expand or contract with temperature changes. Once the foam dried and hardened, I cut out the excess with a hobby knife. And finally, I attach the magnets to the compartments that go inside of the stash. Okay, let's talk magnets. So I'm using magnets to attach the compartment lids to the compartments. These are 6 millimeters by 2 millimeters. That's for these here. On the top of the lid, I'm using 3 millimeter by 2 millimeter small magnets. They go on the top of the lid and also on the bottom of each compartment in the little divot in there. Let's talk about arrangement of magnets. On the top, it's just these magnets, the 6 by 2 magnets, and I'm just making sure that in all the containers that I'm making, they always have the same orientation, because my goal is that I should be able to make a bunch of these and they'll always work together no matter which batch I make them from. Now let's talk about the small magnets that go on the top of the compartment lids and on the bottom of the compartments. Those are what allow the compartments to attach to each other. And they are offset on purpose to make sure that the only way that these two items can join is when the nubs are offset. So in other words, it should meet up like this and not like this. I felt like it would be easier to separate them if you had a little grabbing nub. A grabbing nub? Yeah, that's what they're called, grabbing nubs. So, this is what I did. I'm making sure that I face this nub at the top, and then I'm going to alternate south, north, south, north, south, north for the magnets. Now, I don't actually know, or which side is south, which side is north. It doesn't matter. This is just to let me know that I want to alternate the magnets. On the bottom, it's the same sort of thing. I align this top nub to face up, and then I alternate the magnets so that they go north, south, north, south, north, south. This is what the final one looks like. I made a bunch of these and I'm keeping the worst one, and I'm sending one to a friend as a gift, and I'm selling the other ones on Etsy. These are the internal containers. Oh, before I go, I should show you what I have in my secret stash. R2-D2 necklace. Micronaut figurine. Cash, of course. Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making this video. Do all those YouTube things with the clicking and the smashing, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Fort Knox safes that I kept all of my cherished possessions in. Cherished possessions. Who wrote this? This is so hard to say. Cherished possessions. Cherished possessions. Cherished possessions. Cherished possessions. Cherished possessions. Cherished possessions.